Hi, I'm Tyler with the Emerging Civil War social media team, and I'm very happy to be joined with Tim Talbott. Now, Tim Talbott has done a lot of work at Newmarket Heights, and that was his discussion today for the Emerging Civil War Symposium. So I want to start by asking Tim, but I think I know where it's going to go. What would be your favorite or most memorable moment of 1864 that you have researched, studied, read?
Newmarket Heights.
Oh, look at that. Awesome. So, reading about all these different things that happened, we've had discussions on the election of 1864, the spring of 1864, Mobile Bay now. We've also talked about that. We have not talked about Newmarket Heights. So would you like to run through a little bit of that for us while we're on here?
Sure.
Awesome.
Sure. So Newmarket Heights is a largely ignored event. As I talked about it in my talk, it often gets obscured because of the Battle of Newmarket in the Valley, May 15th, 1864.
Right.
This is about 4 months later.
Okay.
So that's the first problem. The other problem is that it's a story involving United States colored troops. And in the years after the war and in the early 20th century, those stories are often swept under the rug,
right,
in opposition for more reconciliation type stories. So bringing it to light is something that's really important to me. Creating awareness of what those soldiers did on that battlefield on September 29th, 1864 is extremely important.
Yeah.
Of course, that path has been led by other people. Richard Summers' famous book, Richmond Redeemed, has a chapter on Newmarket Heights and Fort Harrison. Jimmy Price's book came out, gosh, it's been, 10 years now. So people have written about Newmarket Heights before, but it hasn't really got the exposure that I think it deserves.
Yeah. And what had you stumble upon Newmarket Heights? I mean, I know you've been at Pamplin for a long time. Was that kind of how Newmarket came to be, or did you have an interest in it before even being there?
Even before being there, about 20 years ago, I went to a conference and did a presentation at Virginia State University in Petersburg, just after I finished graduate school at Appalachian State. And a gentleman who served as a ranger at Richmond National Battlefield did a talk on Newmarket Heights and the Medal of Honor recipients there. Okay. And it really sort of resonated with me. And it kind of lay dormant for a while. But when I was in Kentucky, I learned about the USCTs that were fighting there when I worked for the Kentucky Historical Society that had trained and been recruited at Camp Nelson.
Okay.
So when I came back to Virginia in 2015, I started digging more into the Newmarket Heights story because I'd remembered Mike Andrus's talk. And since then, I've started the Battle of Newmarket Heights Memorial and Education Association, which our ultimate goal is to place a monument on the battlefield for these soldiers, but also to create awareness and educate people about what they did in their lives.
Absolutely. So a big thing in Newmarket, there were some serious Medal of Honors won there. Not that any Medal of Honor is less serious than the other, but we're talking numbers. How many were actually earned on that field?
So there were 14 black soldiers who received the Medal of Honor and 2 white officers.
Wow.
There. Spread over 5 different regiments.
Really?
Yeah.
And this is a consolidated piece of land too. This
is a very narrow attack. It's not like your Antietam's or your Gettysburg. This is a narrow front that these soldiers are attacking on. The first attack is going to involve the 4th and the 6th United States Colored Infantry. One's sort of behind the other and to the left, but the next attack is going to come in a column attack. So they're attacking over virtually the same ground.
Sure.
And it's a very narrow front compared to a lot of the traditional battlefields in the Civil War.
You're doing some good work there, and we really appreciate that. We're going to close up here and shift gears a little bit. I actually would like to ask you about Emerging Civil War. So you've been working with them for a while now, and you won an awesome award last night. Much deserved for that. Absolutely. What does Emerging Civil War mean for you, and what kind of thoughts are invoked when you think Emerging Civil War?
Emerging Civil War means excitement to me.
Yeah.
The buzz that forms around it, especially with the younger people. I'm almost 55 years old now, but I still get excited because of the younger people that are involved in the group. Sure. And anything we can do together as a community to spread the word, present new perspectives, introduce people to new ideas, expand the field and the scholarship. It's a great thing, and it's very inspiring when you get bogged down sometimes with life. You've got this as kind of a buoy.
It's the
buzz, the energy is what I really enjoy about the community of Emerging Civil War.
Excellent. And I think that's awesome because we're seeing a common theme here with all of our favorite part of ECW, and it's that community, it's the buzz, like Tim just mentioned. There's just so much with this, and it's cool to see everybody coming together and almost sharing the same feelings of ECW. So I think that says something. But now we have one more thing we need to do. We will see you online and on the battlefield.